Good evening, I'm Norman Lumpkin, WSFA TV News, and this is 10 o'clock report.
10 o'clock report, presented in color and produced by the staff of WSFA TV News.
3 men are in the city jail here in Montgomery tonight, charged with murder and assault with intent to murder. They are Arthur Lewis, who is known as Arthur X, Reginald Robinson, who is known as Malika Shabazz, and Julius Davis, who is known as Daoud Baraha Allah. All 3 are members of a fanatical Muslim sect. A 2.5-hour shootout today between the 3 men and police left 4 people dead, 4 people injured rather, and 1 dead. This was the first victim in the bizarre events which began today. 78-year-old Adriel Parham was slashed across the face with a machete by a man dressed in black and white. Assistant Police Chief Roy Holton saw the attack and began chasing the man in a car. Retired policeman M.E. Furr ran to help him and was shot by a gunman. The men ran up Dexter Avenue after police blocked their car from going east on Dexter Avenue. The gunman jumped from the car and ran east, holding up at WAPX radio station. In the confusion in the first few moments of the seizure, an employee, receptionist Gloria Gilmer, was shot and wounded in the head by the men. She was later taken to the hospital here in Montgomery and is in critical condition following surgery. There were thousands of tense moments during the shooting and gunfire downtown this morning. This was one of several exchanges of gunfire between policemen and the men holed up inside the radio station. Kept busy trying to aid victims of the tear gas attack who were inside the radio station at the time. Several times during the takeover, the men inside the radio station called over the radio station for all blacks in the city to come to the area and take part in the action.
Come on, brothers and sisters, and help us. They're trying to put off our communication with the people out there. So, whatever you hear, take it for all seriousness. Take it for what it's worth, because it's the truth, brothers and sisters. We need you here. We need your help. So won't you come on down? Come on. We're waiting on you. Yeah, they trying to kill us, all right. And don't think we ain't trying to kill them. So come on, get you one, because I'm going to get mine. Come on now.
Workers and customers in a cafe next door to the radio station were trapped by gunfire and exposed to tear gas fumes. Finally, they saw a chance to escape and ran out. Most of them were nearly overcome by gas fumes. Alfonso Dixon Jr. was held hostage throughout most of the takeover this morning. He finally escaped, dashing across the street. Dixon, a disc jockey at the station, was overcome by tear gas, but other than that, he appeared to be all right. Dixon is the son of the program director at radio station WAPX. Finally, after almost 2.5 hours of gunfire and tension, the men were persuaded to come out with their hands up. They did so while waving white flags. Came out, he is known as Peter Rabbit in Montgomery. He is a former member of the local black Muslims who was ousted from a regular group last year, and he formed his own organization. This group of men are known to live in the area near Maxwell Air Force Base and were seen by numerous people over the past few months going through calisthenics and practicing karate exercises. The men were then placed in Montgomery Police Patrol car, and after some discussion between officers at the scene, they drove east toward the Capitol and to the police station.
All right, get traffic flowing, George. Let's go with it.
At police headquarters that there were 5 men. 2 of them are still at large and considered dangerous. Chief Wright, his hand bandaged after receiving a cut from flying glass, said police had tentative identification of the 2 still at large, but he did not name them. Chief Wright said the 5 were all Muslims with headquarters in Montgomery. Wright gave this account of the shooting incident.
The first act of violence was the use of a machete, which they cut an old man, a 78-year-old man, he's in surgery now, in the mouth. Chief Holton encountered these people and attempted to apprehend them. At about this time, retired officer M.E. Furr came onto the sidewalk, and he was killed, shot in the back and killed. They jumped in an automobile, heading east on Dexter Avenue. One of our police cars rammed them and stopped them. They broke up at this point, 3 of them going into the WAPX radio station and taking it over. In the process, one of the ladies that was a receptionist was wounded by the assailants. It took a hostage, the manager's son, and kept him for several hours in the building. Finally, he was able to escape, and subsequently the 3 subjects